rush me? You drunk bitch. I know you still hungover.
Jesus Christ.
I feel great now.
You feel great now? What happened this morning?
Now?
We had.
Are you not a drinker?
We had a Halloween costume party here at Key Radio.
You know what? Upon looking at
invited.
the Instagram and then realizing that the last thing Triz texted me was the invite.
Yes.
It was. You know when you put two and two together, you're like, oh, this is what's going on.
But then it's also cold outside.
Oh, listen, I opened that up at 11 o'clock. I was like, y'all niggas be easy.
Y'all niggas on your own.
Oh, that's great. Let me turn on When Harry Met Sally one more time. Let me fix myself
When Harry Met Sally
a cup
over
of
the
tea.
company Halloween party.
It looked great, but
definitely a
it
vibe.
was, niggas was tired and it was cold.
it was
that
alright.
wind was howling.
You know why it was great? No soca.
Facts. I'm sorry. Are there fans of soca in the room?
Unfortunately, we have that young lady over there in the corner.
Oh, I'm so sorry,
A
man.
devout
On purpose?
soca warrior.
Have you not heard other music? No, but for real. Like, I'm not even.
Like,
But
come
for
on,
real?
folk, polka.
Yodeling?
I was born into it. It's not my fault.
She was born in Barbados. I don't know the accent in Barbados.
It's
so I'ma
okay.
just
No.
do what
I
can.
was just gonna let you roll. Really.
I was just gonna go with it. Still, I put a little ginger on it, but I don't know what else to really.
So
you give me
just
a Barbados accent.
You're a fan of the Fets?
Have I heard Rihanna talk?
Yeah, Rihanna's
Oh,
got
you
a
hear
real.
moan. You know what I'm saying? Welcome back to the concession stand. I'm Marlon.
I am Gabe.
Another week of cinema.
Cinema.
And what a week of cinema it
This is gonna
was.
spill. I just don't
We've
trust
had two big shows make a return on
Oh,
concurrent weeks.
on the HBO.
Oh, on the
HBO on
and
these
the
niggas'
Netflixes. Which one do you want to start with first? Insecure or You?
Oh, I was talking about the whole HBO slate because Succession also came.
Oh
out.
yeah, Succession's out too.
And
yeah.
also
I gotta
Curb Your
catch up, though.
Enthusiasm.
Ooh,
The Curb. LD.
I gotta watch it. I haven't watched it yet.
But
wow,
Insecure, yeah,
there's a lot happening.
HBO came out
I love fall.
swinging.
This is our season.
This
really.
is the season.
This is our season.
That's when I'd start dressing to go home to watch TV.
go home and
Yeah,
watch
you see me. You understand.
Which one do you want to start with first? Insecure or You?
Can we unpack You?
We can.
All right, have
unpack
you finished?
I have finished.
Boy, oh boy.
Oh boy.
Boy, oh boy. Joe goes suburban and learns that not all is happy in Pleasantville.
How did you feel about this season?
I was entertained.
Okay.
I liked it better than like the other seasons because it took him out of his normal environment of stalking women in a city.
Okay.
Because now he's met his match. So like now they have another character who's also a serial killer. How does he get away with this?
I like how they they made it where it's like it feels like the town's made up of like 10 people.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's a whole
You know there's
town.
more people, but you only really talk to 10 people.
Exactly. Yeah. And yeah, it was just very interesting. I liked it more than season 1, which got me hooked. I didn't like it more than season 2 though.
True. Season 2 felt like there was more meat on the bone.
Yeah, there was a lot and everything seemed well paced. I feel like this
I thought the
season,
pacing I would disagree. I like the pacing of this
Yeah?
season because I felt like 9 episodes. Even though not a lot of things happened, I felt like it was
I
just
feel like a lot happened this season, more than any other season.
second season. Like
Second season had
this nigga
had
was
a lot.
catching,
You
he was catching bodies, and then the
pedophiles.
ex came back.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
this.
But this
How
one
does he
was-
do it all?
I think this one was a little.
He had a guy
different for
kidnapped
me.
and then he let him go. Like that all happened in like 2 episodes in the second season.
That was in the second season.
Yeah,
Which
man.
guy did he let go?
Remember the guy who stole his identity?
Oh yeah.
That all had too much happened in the second season.
I was wondering in this season. I'm like, has he ever let anyone go? I completely forgot about.
Well, that was the precedent that he was setting in
Yeah.
this new season.
Well, this is the thing about Joe, right? He's always killed bad people. He's kind of a superhero.
No, he killed a couple women that were kind of innocent.
Yeah, no. Not necessarily. They were innocent in the grand scheme of things, but not innocent in their particular situation.
Sure, they were innocent in the sense that they never did anything wrong.
They were innocent in terms of the situation. I mean, not innocent in terms of the situations that they were in. Like, what's her name?
Guinevere Beck.
Guinevere Beck.
Jesus Christ. Maybe. I mean, sure, she should
Her
have been.
friend. Like, some of these people
the
were kinda
Salinger.
fucked.
Yeah, they're fucked. But
know
I
what I
mean,
mean?
he's the Reaper.
He's the guy. He's the guy.
This motherfucker be catching bodies. And you know what's hilarious? What I think is most interesting about the show is his narration. There wasn't a lot of him narrating in this episode, in this season, I should say. Not as much. Usually he'd narrate the whole thing. Not as much.
Yeah, they didn't go as Ham.
Because he was dealing the interpersonalness between him and Love was. I thought that was a great dynamic.
I kind
It's
of
very interesting.
honestly, that they would give Love some narration as well.
Oh, like now we're in her head too?
Because of the fact that they're both so much the same person.
But you know why?
Why?
You know why they didn't do that?
Why?
Spoiler! Because she's dead. They can't. You can't give her character narration
she's
if they're
dead
gonna.
now.
Yeah, but
You can give her narration up until that point.
That's the hint. The hint is you can't get attached to this character because we're gonna kill her off.
No, you'd want her to get attached. That's what they do. Is usually get you attached by any means necessary.
You think so?
Emotionally attached, any way they can get you attached to a character.
Well, she dies.
What do you think we were gonna do here? He even said beforehand, spoiler.
You could have put, and I paused.
He paused,
You
he
didn't.
looked at the camera.
You didn't throw a flag in the air.
I hate people like that. They come on Twitter, they're like, oh, you're talking about it.
Why
It's been out for 2 weeks.
Get the fuck off of Twitter.
What the fuck?
You want me to leave the room?
Yeah, go ahead. Do you want to leave the room? We have no problem. We're not the one with the issue here. But yeah, back to the show. Before we're so
Anyways.
rudely interrupted.
She dead, nigga.
So anyways, after Love gets superpowers, destroys the universe, and then Joe kills her.
Gets the Infinity Stones. Oh, by the way, yeah, Marvel crossover.
Just fuck with him. That's hilarious.
She's actually Wanda's sister.
No, but I think that if they had given her some narration, it would have brought together that
The universes.
not necessarily the universes, but like how connected they were getting with accepting that they're the same person, essentially. Only Love is a little bit more fucked, I think.
Way more fucked.
Like she's not more fucked, she's more impulsive.
Which
Because in terms of why she's doing it is not necessarily a bad reason, but it's a bad reason.
What's funny is they're both very impulsive, but she doesn't. Yeah, this nigga pushed the guy off the cliff.
Everything's planned with Joe.
No, it's not. Because we hear his narration, we feel like he's been meditating on, like, I'm going to kill this person, here's how I would do it.
Okay.
But he's still impulsive. When he stabs the guy, he's working off of impulse. Granted, it's a little bit more contained. The thing with Love
his
is...
strategy kind of comes afterwards.
And then he starts planning. He's like, okay, let's make a play. Let's make a play.
Yeah, for sure.
The reason why we think Love is, like, extra impulsive is because she'll kill somebody and be like, somebody else has got to clean it up. It's out of my hands. Oh my God, what are we going to do?
She is... I could not believe they displayed white woman privilege.
Let me tell you.
Through murder.
Let's unpack that. Let's unpack that right now.
She fucking kills people and just says, you clean it up.
Reckless abandon.
You deal with it.
Reckless.
You cover my
when
tracks.
she starts telling him why you made me kill her, I'd be like, wow! Oh, she's nuts.
Well, yo, when she turned it around on him, I got triggered.
First, and
I feel like they did a good job of wrapping murder in with regular relationship problems.
well, which is funny is because they employ this part of the thing of the show, where they go to couples therapy.
Yes.
And everything is kind of the same. It just happens to be about murder.
Yeah.
So all of the issues. Look at serial killers. They're just like us.
I mean, I like that. Honestly, I'm never too mad at a therapist scene, but it's kind of getting old.
Well, they did it in Sopranos,
whole
and everybody was like,
veiled
"Oh,
thing.
we can do exposition
Yeah.
without doing exposition."
Yeah. I was thinking about that too because I started Sopranos this week, and wow, great show, man. So
right?
far.
So many
Fucking great
quips,
show,
all the
man.
quips. Just don't watch New Work. Many
It's
New Work.
Goodfellas with mental health. Like it's
100%.
kind of fucking lit.
It is great.
Bro. It
is
so
really,
dope.
really great.
And the whole relationship with the therapist thing, I like the veiled. I'm talking about it, but not
I'm
talking
not talking
about it.
It's kind of goofy.
I feel like they could have done it a little bit better with this one.
Remember, the show is not supposed to be good. The
This
show
is what
is
I
life.
wanted to talk to you
It's
about.
Hallmark Channel
Okay.
with like a little bit more zhuzh.
Because someone like you would normally on a show like
I would hate
this,
this show.
Hate this
And
show.
to be honest with you, I kind of usually hate this show,
Bro,
But
this
I
is my
love to
thing.
hate it.
Okay, but this is my thing. With shows like this, we give it grace, right? Because we want to go along with the story. So there's a lot of compromises I felt like I had to make in this season
100%.
that I didn't make in past seasons.
Oh, of
for this.
course.
That I was like,
well, because we're
all right, I'll let
we're
that
new
go.
watchers. We're new watchers to you in the first two seasons.
Okay.
We're like, all right, let's see.
No, but I'm usually way harder. I'm usually way harder.
But because it's such a different thing, you're like, all right, let's see how they
the
how are they gonna do this?
The
How are they gonna
compromises
do
were
this?
like clever though, and like I still kind of like.
It's because-
the only thing that ever fucked me up in first season was Guinevere opening the door and Paco like standing there, and she's screaming in like a bookstore. Paco's not the only person
In the bookstore, you're like, all right.
I was like, okay, come on, just scream.
Somebody
and
else.
Somebody will help.
Somebody would have seen you.
But in terms of this season, my biggest compromise and the thing that I had to let go was the police. Their incompetence, their inability.
Yeah, when they introduced the detective character, I thought at least they'd give her a little bit more to do.
She never shows up again. There's so many people just go missing for days, for weeks, and just nothing.
I thought they would have done more with at least send the neighbor to jail, at least, or something where they kind of put pressure on the whole situation.
Who put pressure was his own company. And I was just like, this is not.
But that's realistic. That's realistic if you're using AI.
Well, if you're a CEO too, right? In terms of
a little bit of a
shares
mad
and stocks
scientist
and all that stuff, like they're like, oh, we got.
They're like, we can't afford this to get out. I thought it was interesting. I liked the son being like the idea of like they use a lot of like suburban tropes. Like here's a bored housewife trying to get some play with a younger guy. All of these things that normally get overplayed, but the fact you mix it in with the idea of serial killing, and the top of the idea of like you're also in like an upper class California suburb.
I knew society was fucked when I was like, man, Love's gonna get canceled for dating an 18-year-old. You know, they're literally out here murdering.
You know, murdering,
and I'm
in
like,
cold
oh,
blood.
Shit, the internet's getting her eye.
Several.
Her ex, even we get to learn that she killed her ex-husband.
But
through the mom.
They hinted that.
They didn't hint it.
Yeah,
Mom straight up said it.
In the first, when they mention him, it's like thrown away. They're like,
I think you kind of put it together yourself. Too, just based off.
You know
her
what's
actions.
crazy? I assumed she killed him.
I assumed she did. This
so
whole
when
time.
the mom came out and said it, I was like, oh,
the fact that it
is
was
that
a
not
big reveal
known
for Joel, I was like, Joe.
But that shows you that Joe never really looks at people outside of like the rose-colored tint of them. Because then when he finally realizes,
it's too late.
By the way, Joe never kills black woman, and I think that's great.
I think Netflix did their job there. They let and Love doesn't kill the black woman. They let that black woman go ahead with her daughter, retain custody, and live a brand new life. Well, not necessarily.
Well,
because now he's in Paris, and I'm pretty sure he's going to look for her in Sacré-Cœur, because that was her dream. Remember, she was born in Paris,
but she
not always dreamt to go back to Sacré-Cœur.
You think they're going to bring her back as a character?
Definitely
she's a gorgeous woman. God bless her. Oh,
big beautiful. Fan of her. What's her name?
I'm not sure.
Tati Gabrielle.
No.
She was in.
Great last name.
She was. Hey, hold on. Hit that X-Files button for me. Hit that purple.
Hey,
the purple.
It all works out.
Yeah,
it all works out.
What do we have here? Connection.
It all works out. We'll love Connect. We'll connect.
She is fire though.
Gorgeous woman.
Absolutely
great actress.
Beautiful.
A little
this
soap
is where
opera.
I remember her from. You remember that? I've seen that before.
Yes!
She's in Sabrina.
Yes! The new Sabrina Teenage Witch.
Like
the dark one. The one with the daughter from Mad Men. She's in that. She's the one who's Sabrina.
And she's in the 100 as well.
Never got around to that.
Me either. Won't be getting around to it on purpose.
Question for you. Your overall takeaway. Do you like how it ended with, not the Joe in Paris, but the fact that he kind of tied up all the loose ends by killing her? I thought it was very clever about he already knowing that she's a little dastardly and they plant the seed. Early, because the fact that they hide the two keys inside the thing, that she already plants a seed that they don't trust each other. So the fact that we think that's the only thing that they're...
That's the foreshadowing. That's the foreshadowing of the entire knife situation, because I didn't see that coming at all. Like the way they played that.
The way that it plays out was really smart. But once she poisoned him and she's like, you're just going to have a little bit of a nap. I was in my mind. I was like, Joe would have seen something like this coming.
I didn't think so, only because of the narration. The narration had him panicked, right? They kind of tricked the
well, this is when you have to suspend the disbelief.
Well, they tricked the viewer, because realistically, if he knew all along, that's not what his thought process is during that time.
To use a ploy from film class or English class, is Joe an unreliable narrator? Is everything that Joe narrates technically true, or is it sometimes it's covered in something that you're like, what he's saying is not necessarily indicative of the situation? Sometimes he's throwing you off the pace as a storyteller.
What you said about the rose-colored glasses, like he'll paint things in a certain way for his narrative, I think. And we get that because that's what we're hearing.
That's what we think he's the...
But the redirect is always there because it's not that way.
Right?
Like, so
So sometimes he'll say something that's accurate.
I don't
and
think
you're like,
he's
that is true.
unreliable in the fact that he's doing it purposely. Like the narration isn't being written purposely that way.
Right,
from
right,
him
right,
as
right,
a
right,
character,
right.
But more so, he's just as fooled as
He's
we
just
are.
confusing himself. He's
Exactly.
unreliable to himself.
To himself.
There it is.
Unreliable
There it is.
Joe. I was not a big fan of the kid,
The daughter?
Dylan.
Oh, the guy playing the neighbor.
Yeah.
Really? I thought he was like, it played well. Like, I believed him. He struck me as a kid who
just don't
was
like
never really
whisper
raised.
actors.
Oh, you're not
think
a
it's
fan
about
of the
the
whisper.
whisper.
He is a little breathy. What are you talking? Love, I just can't stop thinking about you. Hey,
guys.
quick question for you.
So much
Quick question for you. Want to run away together? Nah, nigga. Fuck Joe.
Like he just, it's a
You
lot
think
of
that
whispering,
baby?
man.
You think that baby was his?
Yes, no doubt in my mind. I think that baby was his.
the neighbors.
Yeah. He fucked her on the grass in a park. It's definitely his.
Which is nuts.
yeah, come on.
They really went salacious this season.
They did a lot. I really wasn't expecting Love to move that way, but
Why does the seasons always have an annoying black light skinned woman in each season?
do they?
I can't remember if it's Peach Salinger, Guinevere's homegirl,
Okay.
who he kills, annoying light skinned woman. I
She's
can't remember.
not annoying though.
Peach Salinger.
Marianne isn't annoying. Or do you mean
no,
Sherry?
Sherry.
Let's get into Sherry.
Sherry was
and
doing.
Carrie.
Hey, listen. God bless her. I'm glad she's working. I hope that's her great acting because, man, every time she came on, I was like, do I need to skip this scene?
Bro, come on. Nah.
She stressed me out.
They were
because
great.
it's such a specific character that I know that you're like, I don't need to see this person.
I was
It's very-
wondering how many people
my fight or flight
could relate to
response.
her and were like,
Damn.
do people feel this way about me?
Is that me?
Like, or do they look at her and just be like, oh my God, what a queen?
There's a couple people saying Queen. I saw it.
I've seen people saying they want a spin-off with those two, which I don't know what that would.
Well, I like how they ended. Like as characters in the beginning, I found them really insufferable. But once they got locked in the box, maybe that's the turn.
I think they had
Their character development was like, oh wow,
They had
this
the
is.
most consistent arc.
I kind of dig these characters.
And they had
now.
the most consistent arc. I think their background story was the most compelling part of this season, to be honest, because you're seeing them put on this fake suburban facade.
But they kind of believe it themselves. Where they're giving each other flags. Okay, purple flag.
No, they
Motherfucker got
definitely
shot in
believe
the
it.
ass. I don't care.
They both, especially after the argument, they both kind of submitted to these lifestyles, and now they're so deep in it, they don't know how to get out. So they
they're
just
lost
adhere
in
by
character.
the rules. Yeah, so it's like, and it's like it's indicative of their marriage. Like you see how at the start, especially the influence, the focus on them being influencers. I feel like there was a personal dig there by the writers.
There's definitely people on their vision board that are like, we're actually aiming for this character.
Yeah, I feel like there was some Instagram people that the writers
is that-
specifically don't
Is
like.
that Chrissy Teigen? Like a suburban Chrissy Teigen. A
okay.
Chrissy Teigen who's not married to John Legend. She's married to a guy named John,
Okay.
who happens to be a piano player. Like a lesser version of Chrissy Teigen. It's giving me all the same annoying vibes.
I mean, I could see that because especially like with the way she's involved with social media.
And the parenting stuff and
she's a little
see
bit
my
popular
blog.
as
Oh my
well,
gosh.
They're very
I'm so
interesting.
silly, but oh my god.
Carrie is
Carrie's a lot of white guys I know who couldn't make it in hockey, so they became fitness guys, and I'm like, that's you.
him
God
and
bless him.
being optimized is just
Here's my thing of pills: uppers, downers, lefters, righters. I'm like, this motherfucker, relax.
dog. The man is
This is horse strength, but I had
He's
to
what
get
you
the
would-
dosing right.
what you would think you would do if you were trying to be the perfect human being.
He saw Captain America, and he's like, I think I could do that.
I could become him.
I could have been him.
He that's the other part that I was like I had to compromise
You know-
a bit with the fight with Joe because I was just like
But Joe, here's the thing. I don't think that guy's ever been in real fights, and Joe only knows how to be in real fights. So I think low key is an unmeasured muscle versus measured fight.
well, we saw at the camp that Joe is surprisingly strong.
Yeah, because Joe kills people.
It doesn't mean you're strong.
No, not
he
kills
catches
people.
them off guard.
No,
that's
but
his thing.
Fam, digging all those fucking trenches for bodies, digging holes is a very hard work.
Not when your life is on the line.
He's an
If my life
he's
is
an
on the
adrenaline
line,
athlete.
I
No,
don't
he's
give a
he's an
fuck.
adrenaline athlete.
He is 113 pounds, soaking wet.
How tall is Penn Badgley? I was having this debate with my homegirl. How big? Like, what size is this guy?
Love looks like she's 5'3", 5'4". He looks easily 5'9", 5'10". He doesn't look, and he couldn't touch 6 feet. No way. Carrie's
sure?
probably like 6'4".
Yeah, that's a big man.
It's a big guy.
That's a big dude.
And
Because it
Penn
wasn't
Bad-
even like fake big where it looks like he's kind of standing on something. Like he's just a big guy.
He's just a huge guy. I think Love's performance was the best out of every actor in the
She was
show.
really good.
She was acting her ass
She
off.
was really, really good. The range of
eyes are
emotion
good.
when she was going a little crazy, like trying to figure it. Like it was
Her
really.
eyes are good. Like when her eyes changed, talking to Gil without even blinking, I was like, yeah.
She does like that
yeah.
weird turn. We were talking about another actor who's very good at like turning the switch.
Turning the switch. Yeah, I can't remember.
I can't remember who we were talking about.
But her
she's
turn
really
was-
good.
Yeah, no,
like
she's
she
really good.
like almost like she's a different, like a split personality. Like it's very interesting how she did it.
It's she can go from the smiling face to the dark, brooding psycho without doing much to her face.
And her sadness when she was really sad, like talking to her brother.
Yeah.
Her narration.
I thought
of,
Joe was gonna find or have 40's phone and be reading the messages the entire time.
I thought that might have been a thing too.
Is Love no longer the cheaper Hillary
Oh,
Duff?
has she
She's
outgrown the Hillary
most
Duff shadow?
Definitely still President's choice, Hillary Duff. There's no
First and foremost, I don't think
we're
niggas
not gonna
understand.
Disrespect Lizzie McGuire.
These
like this.
niggas don't understand how good Cinderella story was.
They don't get the music career.
Her and Regina King and Chad Michael Murray, great film. Niggas don't understand
Don't
how
even
good
put
that
Love
was.
and Lizzie in the same breath, my nigga.
Lizzie
Don't even do
McGuire,
that.
fam. It was her and Lindsay Lohan like it was Michael Magic Johnson and Michael
That
Jordan.
bitch carried
Wait, on the
Disney.
just now, I just wanted to know if she like earned her own name.
Yeah,
Listen,
she's the LeBron of
She
being
made it
Hillary
out of
Duff.
Disney without drugs or psychosis. You got to come on, give her some respect. Who does that? What white children
Children's actor who's not crazy.
come out of Disney not crazy? Shia LaBeouf out here fucking beating women and taking
Yo,
drugs.
Shia LaBeouf.
It is. I don't even know where Corbin Blue is.
Last time I saw him, bad braid up job. So you only know
Listen,
sadness and
every
humiliation.
black Disney kid has a white mother. That's my
That's
theory.
not true. I heard
That's
you
my
say that
theory.
on the extra gravy, and I don't
Name
think
one.
that's true.
Name it.
The
Other than-
we've already put the Massies out,
And I'm talking
we
about
already
the-
did
the
our
guys.
We already
Talking about the guys.
We already did the Massies.
Okay.
Orlando, what's his face? Orlando Brown.
His mom's white.
Orlando Brown's mom's weight.
Yep.
Whoa, this changes the math altogether. Whoa. I don't know why I was
I have
so.
no idea. His mom's white or not.
You sold that so well.
Orlando
I
Brown.
was like, yo.
Orlando Brown's mom.
I thought that guy was a full American Negro.
Yeah, no. His mom's definitely
True.
biracial.
What's her face?
Yep.
What's her face? Victoria.
His mama half white.
No, that's not halfway.
His mama is half white.
Yeah. So he's
There's his grandma. Look at his grandma. What I tell you? The theory stands, nigga. Fuck out of here. He don't call her granny. He call her nana. You don't call her granny, nigga.
damn.
I win.
What about the young chick who had all those?
Coco Jones?
Yes,
She's probably the only purebred. She's probably the only pure blood we have in Disney.
My man said the last thoroughbred.
That would be the next. That's like the last stand of divisiveness that blacks can go through. If we get over the colorism shit,
That's the last barrier.
it's gonna be pure blood. Pure bloods versus half breeds.
Muggles.
Muggles. Muggle-born children.
Nuts. Besides you, what else did you watch this week?
Insecure. Oh wait, before we get over you,
Get over me, Chucks.
so the ending was good for you.
I really liked it. It was like a murder mystery. Who's gonna die first? Who's gonna outsmart each other? Especially with like the introduction of Homegirl showing up with the daughter. That was an interesting wrinkle. Buddy, I feel like they chickened out
Just what?
with the neighbor showing up and saying, "Where's my son?" So they find the son.
Okay, that's the problem.
That was
I
very
had.
corny. That was very
the problem
corny.
I had. Him just automatically.
They tried
you
to
think
squeeze
him and
too much.
Joe grew up together. The way
Like
the
they're
man
brothers.
read his eyes.
What do
and
you
knew
know?
exactly what
your
he was saying.
phone?
Is it your phone? Yeah, you want me to look in your phone, huh? You fucking cocksucker.
It was like Lassie.
Opens up the last app. So this is where my son
So this is where
this is the hospital you put my son?
out of all the apps on Joe's phone. Come on.
What did you do with my... He knew he did something to his son. He knew his
You're
son...
telling me my guy knows the difference in his eyes between look at my phone and help?
The man's son
call
is
for help.
constantly on road. It's not like his
Constantly.
son is at home all the time. This is inconsistent with his behavior.
My man's been missing, fam. The man's been missing on many occasions. He's been on
in the neighbor's pokes. So it's like... And this... that's the other thing. Carrie and Joe's fight, right? Spills out into the street.
The fucking arrow.
Crossbow.
No. It's in their backyard.
No, it goes into the front yard. It's in the front yard.
Is it in the front yard?
It's in the front yard. Out in the front. And I was
The
like...
bows and arrows were in the front yard? Nobody saw this?
The neighbors' cameras didn't catch any of this?
With the neighbors that are so in it and they're all
And
in each
who's
other's
obsessed
business?
with the fucking cameras too? No. That part pissed me off. The whole reading of the eyes, that was very...
Baloney.
I was like, okay,
terrible.
I'm compromising a little bit too much here.
I'm bending over backwards here. You're killing me.
Just get to the end.
You're killing me.
But I do love the bait and switch with the knife.
Really good stuff.
I love that. I love the
drugging,
Eddie
but
Murphy,
I'm the one who drugged you.
the Eddie Murphy life ending of the let's burn it down and leave a little piece of DNA.
Leave a little piece of DNA. First of all, but you know what they really tried to do for like the gritty realism? Make him chop off his toes. I was like, oh, they're really trying to make this a show.
I was like, my
they saw
nigga,
Your Honor and they're like, all right, a little bit more blood is going to be cool.
Poke your thumb. I was like, what is it? Why are we doing? What are we doing?
No, they needed he's like, I know what they need. They need like a thing.
He made her.
And the letter was
funny.
but
He
the
kinda
letter's
made
too
her
perfect.
a hero. He made her a hero.
That she killed all these people because they're terrible people.
Yeah, because that's what the story ends up being about, right? And especially because the smartest thing I think he did was putting the toe in the food. Because then it adds that crime of passion. I did this because...
And baked him in the oven.
He being a man and doing this to women. And I guarantee you,
I'm going to be honest
to
with you.
frame her like
I completely forgot you put the toe in the pot. Yeah.
So it's like, it kind of framed her as like a female empowerment serial killer. In a sense.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far.
Because he painted himself as the dickhead. Remember, she's like, cheater. Liar.
Yeah, but then she
stuff.
also says she killed Gil because he spread the disease to my children.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They try to make it seem, and look how many people will, especially during COVID times, are gonna be like, fuck him. I don't. Anybody harm my babies.
They did try to sneak in a little bit of the vaccine,
and it's a baby. Oh my god!
Granted,
that was nasty.
Granted, it was only one episode.
It's nasty.
They did try to sneak it.
It was nasty.
They did try to sneak it in.
It was a premise on a guy's entire death.
Oh yeah.
It was nasty stuff.
One of their 22 bodies that they caught.
Yeah. But overall, I'll
Enjoyed
give this
it.
season, I think Netflix upheld the standard of you.
It's a 7.5 out of 10.
Yeah. I went back and looked at the final episodes of previous seasons, and the second season didn't end so rushed at the end, which is why I think that season to me had the best pacing, because everything kind of just played out so naturally.
Yeah, there's like loose ends that you like know are loose, but you can come like they did it kind of.
Listen,
it naturally ended.
Things is that Joe keeps letting children run away and start a new life. He didn't do that this season.
Also,
though.
oh yeah, he
he
did. He did. He leaves the kid.
Oh my god,
he leaves the kid with the nice gay couple.
Joe's worse than the Squid Game father.
Stop.
Come on.
Yeah, because he went back in the game. He was like, "No, sorry."
Or is he better for leaving them with good parents and not?
No,
involving
that's
them in the
actually
chase?
that's actually better because he
That's
could
better,
have
probably. Yeah,
It's the bet like they do every season. They
was
end it
crazy.
with you being like, Joe's nuts, but I kind of still like the guy.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
still makes a good choice. He let that girl go, and he's trying to sell books, which they only mentioned like twice. Him trying to send money to homegirl that he sent on the bus.
Oh yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, I'm still trying to make this book to make sure I can sell it for her. Like they mentioned it twice, but she got off in a good situation.
Where's Paco?
Yeah, I was like, what did Paco get?
I would love for those storylines to come back around and bite him in the ass, because that would be amazing.
What if Paco goes on a spree of killings and then Joe's got to go find him? He's got to catch Paco.
Because Paco ended off batting a guy in the head. He doesn't kill him.
Yeah.
He witnesses a murder by Joe and thanks him and hugs him. So That would be his origin villain story right there.
That'd be so good.
That'd be really dope
That'd
if he
be
comes
so
and finds
good.
Joe and like thanks him
Nah,
type of
not
thing.
even that.
And then they fucking square off.
Joe sees in the news that killings are happening. He's like, I wonder if that's Paco. He goes, and then
far-fetched.
now Joe's got to kill him.
That'd be far-fetched.
Of course it would be.
But why would Joe
I don't know
kill
if you understand this, but this guy's got 42 bodies and he's just changing identities. It's
Here
all
it is.
far-fetched.
Here it is. First episode, season 4. Joe goes back to America. He's got a beard. He's bald. Glasses.
He's
got a
bald.
goatee. An R&B goatee. Let's think like a John B. Right?
Not the pencil stripes.
Look like a John B. or like an Ali G. All right. So then he goes back to America. Falls in love, obviously.
Of course.
Because he's just what he does. And homegirl, and then Paco links up with him on a separate thing, and then he sees them together in an event, and it's his girl.
Oh.
And Paco knows that look in Joe's eyes,
Oh.
and so he knows.
Wow.
And then they got to square off.
You think Paco's going to be that old?
No. I think he'd be about 14.
He'd still be kind of young.
Imagine.
It's just
That'd
a
be
little.
dope.
That's a little.
Kid killer?
That's a little pedophilic.
When have we gotten a kid killer?
You
When
think they're-
have we gotten a kid killer in cinema?
in cinema?
Yeah, like a kid
Mindhunter
killer.
season 2.
Mindhunter, okay.
It was the Atlanta child
I've heard
murders.
really good things
Wow,
about
so
that. But
shocked I
that's like
remembered all that.
real stories, no? Based off
Based
loosely. Yeah.
loose. I mean, not like it's real characters. Like they find they interview Charles Manson and all these other guys. But the Atlanta, like they play it out, but it's all the events are not exactly how it happened.
okay.
It kind of just ends with, yeah, the guy still may be out there. Who knows? Like, yeah, that is true.
You're bad.
If you have any information, call 555-555.
555. When are they going to give up 555? Some
still-
countries
it's still
got to be
so-
like, we need the 555. I'm so sorry.
We're
All
out
the
of
numbers
numbers
are done.
again. We got to go back.
We got to get.
We
got to
start from the beginning.
And then people start watching old movies and actually.
And
not even
5555.
Oh, that'd be lit. I give this season an 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. That's
8
very
out of 10.
strong.
What do you give it? You loved it.
I said 7.5.
7.5.
It's still ridiculous. Like fundamentally, it's still fucking ridiculous.
Yeah,
TV.
come on.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
I mean,
but 7.5.
like a Fast and Furious. Scale.
Oh, on a Fast and Furious is like 9.
Yeah,
like
it's
it's
like a 9
very
out.
strong.
Yeah.
But I'm giving it the real, so which means more because a 7.5 off of a bullshit TV show is very strong numbers. Like
That is a
Succession
fact.
right now, so it's only been 3 episodes, and I'm already like, oh, this is 10. This is 10 worthy.
Wow.
Like these
Wow.
motherfuckers is writing.
Wow.
And that's off of 3 episodes. Different caliber of TV.
I'm gonna try and catch up with Sopranos and Succession at the same time.
Succession's really good.
Yeah, Succession. I like the first 2 episodes that I've seen.
I
love
need you-
the characters, how they.
You're gonna love it the way they shoot it, like it's a documentary.
Oh, yeah.
But it's in the shit. It's very good.
It's very. It reminds me of what's that show? Fucking Newsweek.
Yeah, Newsweek is like The West Wing.
Okay.
That's like the original predecessor. Like, ooh, the palace intrigue of what's going on.
West Wing was.
And you'll like the characters. Like you'll like the storiness of it.
Is
Besides
West
how
Wing
it's
still
shot.
like the best White House show. Scandal was up there. Scandal.
Nah,
had a-
you know
had
what
a
was
run.
you know what was up there? Veep. Have you never
Veep,
seen?
yeah,
Veep?
I've heard
Veep.
very good things about.
Everybody
Veep.
asks.
Won a lot of awards.
If everybody asks like what show is most like working in
I
politics,
started watching
and it's
it.
Veep.
Yeah, no, you told me that one time.
Veep
on
is like
on
the most
episode.
accurate representation. Ridiculous, but you're like, nah, that happens. That'd be
I
happening.
think I watched the first
really good.
episode and she was like a dickhead. Like
It's
Elaine.
really, really funny. It's really good.
I'm gonna check it out.
And it's Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
trying to watch too many things at once. I got Ted Lasso. I got Sopranos. I got fucking
Lasso, it's so good.
Succession. Veep now.
I got a Richmond Greybacks.
I don't know what
Greyhounds.
that
It's the team that Ted Lasso coaches. I got a
I
T-shirt.
didn't even know what their names.
Yeah,
were.
yeah. Did you watch the show? Not just go AFC. Just go.
Just
Jesus.
But anyways,
An amateur.
8 and a 7.5 for you. For us, what are we looking at for time? We're doing great for time. Insecure.
33 only. Jesus.
Insecure. Did you watch the first episode?
I did.
And did you enjoy the first
I
episode?
did.
Okay.
Mind you, again, I like Insecure a lot.
Yeah.
I did not watch it with everybody. I watched it a little later.
Okay.
So my feelings, but I were like, this is really good. I wasn't there for the zeitgeist, when everybody was
for
like,
the
my
live
God.
tweeting.
Yeah. I wasn't there for that. It's fine. I like it. I'm not all the way like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever, but I like it.
Yeah, it's not the best thing ever for sure. Like, there's a lot of comedic misses. I think that the show tends to have, but the ones where they hit,
It's
hit
very, very, very
well.
good.
Like,
It's true. Their
Kelly's
their
stanky
ceiling
leg,
is really, really strong.
her depressed stanky leg. when they put up her her eulogy.
Yeah.
And the girl, she's just standing there like, oh, I guess, is this all I am? And I love that they're finally diving into her storyline. I feel like everyone's gotten a chance. Tiffany had hers last season.
Yep.
Molly's had hers. Continues to have hers.
Kenya
throughout.
she's like the second B character of the show.
Yeah, and Issa obviously main character, but Kelly, we haven't gotten Kelly's story,
which makes me the most upset because I think she's a really, really talented actress.
And I think that they've realized that because I've also seen her. She's
in a
smart.
show.
She's in another show now
called White Lotus, which I watched this week.
Good?
It's very good.
Yeah.
It's very funny.
Is it a
but
comedy
ridiculous.
show?
No, but yes. It's life is
Synopsis. Give us a synopsis.
It's set on a resort in Hawaii.
Okay.
And it's these really rich white people who come to this resort, but also the weirdness of working at a resort.
Okay.
But
So
and
it's
how
The
they come
Office,
into
but at the resort.
No, it's not that type of funny. It's like a drama, but it's written funnier.
Well, everything has to have comedy.
But
in it, I
it's
noticed these days.
and it's right on the line of it's like a dramedy. I believe that's what they call it.
Okay.
It is like a dark humor.
Check it out.
It's
Is it
very good. It is
Yeah?
very
All
good.
right. All right, I'm gonna check it out. But yeah, she's
in it, and she
definitely
does a
very
really good job.
talented. She's the funniest person on this show to me, easily. But I think she's written to be. So.
Yeah, but I think that's her her character type.
Oh, that's what they're gonna lean into, right? Is who
Well, this
checks
is when
on
you
the funny
flip the
friend.
whole dynamic.
Yeah.
It's very interesting stuff.
Very dope, and it took one moment, which I think was very clever of them to do the way that they did it. It wasn't like she just all of a sudden was miserable one day. It's like
It's a little bit of a build up,
there's a build up, and then people are still joking around with her, even though she already said this is not a game to me, and that's when shit gets serious. If they dive into that story a little bit more, especially on the checking on everyone, because remember she was the one that was ready to drop everything for the baby to prepare the baby shower. She's the one ready to organize a Coachella event. She's always a friend that's looking out for everybody
driver
else,
of everything,
but nobody's ever looking out for Kelly.
Not a real supporter.
No, I haven't seen anybody support Kelly for anything.
Nope.
Anything.
Now, I think it's intentional because maybe this was the arc of the show, was this is the plan, so they never really write it in. But I just think they always forget about her. I just think she's the unfairly treated friend.
She,
which would be interesting to talk about. That's a dynamic that we've never really seen on TV,
or how to
especially with
approach
black
it.
folks.
Yeah.
How's it go?
Yeah.
Modern society, just in general. It's a very interesting dynamic to build on.
That's what this show
it's
does
good
very
content.
well.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure. I haven't seen too much of Sex in the City, or I know Girlfriends did it very well.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna be beaten, but they focused on best friends literally just falling apart for adult reasons.
Yep.
It's not over
Petty,
a guy
ridiculous.
or some stupid shit you didn't invite me somewhere, but it's over over time
Stuff.
things festering and building up to a point where the other person can't take it anymore. You see Issa and Molly trying to mend their friendship.
Yep.
Well, more so Molly trying to mend their friendship, as she should. Yeah. But I was very angry that Issa was allowing her to.
Yeah, well, we'll see, because you know how some things are. You allow it, but really, you're doing it just off the strength. But you're not really accepting the apology.
She looks like she's,
which leads to potential conflict down the line.
She has PTSD. She has Molly PTSD for sure.
You'd have to. Oh my gosh! Every season,
yeah, you see her being so apprehensive over Molly trying to. She can tell what Molly's trying to do, and she's like, "Do I play into this again?" I mean, it's nice that she's trying to mend it for once, but does that mean things are going to go back to normal or what? And she kind of has that discussion with her in the parking lot where it's I just want to move forward. I really don't want to be thinking about this and that. I just want to move forward. And they make that choice. But I can't help but think self-saboteur Molly
every time
is not going to do something to fuck this up.
You can just, it's like a patterned behavior.
Yeah, no.
And I think that's how they write the character. The character's obviously built around those types of friends that are like that.
Yeah.
How these relationships sometimes happen. It's going to be beautiful conflict in the end.
What I found very interesting
payoff.
is that her pattern did not continue with Lawrence.
Yeah.
In that, she
I thought that was good development.
ground
Yes.
and really said, you know what, I can't do this. This is not for me. I can't be the stepmom. I can't have you while you have.
Did
a
you think
baby
that
mom.
Did you think that was going to be the choice she was going to make?
I did not, because especially with the way they showed her coming off the plane, they kind of presented it as she's happy to see him. Like,
Right.
they kiss, all that. I was like, oh, nice.
Affection.
I was like, they
Okay.
worked it out, hard, bet. And then they get in the car, and there's that awkward car ride, right? And you see him, like,
And
kinda
how many
struggling
awkward
to-
car rides have they accurately depicted? Like, this is really
Yeah,
good.
Yeah. Oh, car rides is their bread and butter, man. A lot of great scenes from the car on Insecure. But yeah, her and Lawrence seem like they might be breaking up. We'll see how that develops, because they didn't really let Lawrence say much. He didn't even really. It looks like they've had that discussion so many times,
Yep.
and that weekend was her opportunity to really think it over and come back and give him an answer. And she gave him an answer, and he was just like,
Oh,
I get it. What can I say?
well, yeah, you'd have to.
What can you say in that situation? You know what I mean? So, what I found very interesting was the outrage this week from the AKA's sorority in the States. Very, very angry that Amanda Seales' character Tiffany was wearing the shield and sword
Oh,
of the sorority. You weren't given permission. And
really? That's what they're mad at?
yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
Black people defending the Greeks again. Moors.
Dead.
The Moors.
Dead.
At it again.
Ah, we protected you once.
Yeah. I find it very weird, the things that people will allow and not allow. They'll watch TV shows, serial killing, rape.
I'm still confused. They're upset about it?
When I mean upset, there were threads, think pieces. The
Think
sorority,
pieces?
The sorority itself released a letter saying that they are handling the situation.
Wait, but is it beef with, like, because the character was wearing it, or
Well,
just
this
the
is the
fact
thing.
it was used in a show?
I understand that.
Are they beefing with Amanda Seales exclusively? Like, we would hate for that character.
Of course, Amanda Seales got the brunt of it for the most part because everybody already hates Amanda Seales. And she kind of even put up a post showing even the people that don't like me are defending me. And she showed, it was 10 slides of different people tweeting, listen, I want to fuck her up just as much as the rest of y'all. Or, listen, I hate this bitch too, but y'all not going to do this.
Not that
This raggedy hoe deserves to be dragged through the mud, but you guys will not.
but not this time.
And I was like, I can honestly respect this post.
You'd have to.
This is called self-awareness.
Exhibit A.
The amount of people with so much visceral for this woman
That's so
that still
funny.
said
She deserves to
listen,
be dragged in the mud too, but
this dirty.
not this time.
They called her every name in the book. They still said, but not this time, guys. This isn't a hill to die on.
That's hilarious.
Here's the thing, though. Some of these Greek sororities
Think pieces? I'm still not over
Some of
this.
these Greek sororities are trademarked and are
Which
actual.
is fine. How many Harley Davidson T-shirts do you see in a TV show? You think that's all getting co-signed by Harley
think
Davidson?
so.
No,
I think so.
no.
No?
Some things are so. Do you
They
think
can
every
come for
time
money
McDonald's
so
shows up
quickly,
in a
though.
movie?
They can come for money so quickly, though, especially on sets.
No, but
you're
like,
encouraged
it's-
to not wear logos of any sort.
Sure, but see, sometimes it just happens anyways.
I don't know. I don't think so. I can't. If you could point me out some examples, I would take them for sure. I don't know if Sons of Anarchy did that, but
I feel like they definitely did.
they had their own.
They had their own
right?
patches.
You're not allowed to wear logos on set. They encourage very basic stuff when you're going to set. Yeah, even smaller production stuff. I've never been able to wear anything with logos except for sneakers. Sneakers, you're allowed
Right.
because it's
It's
sneakers.
just
Like, what are you gonna do?
sneakers. But then sometimes some things are just clothing brands.
But it's still gotta be basic. No logos.
Interesting.
Yeah, so it's I see how they could have something there
Like that?
but the passion behind it is what I don't understand. The especially by the people who are no longer part of the school.
Yeah.
This whole alumni thing is culty, man. It's real culty.
Very cult. It's not. It is a cult.
It's culty.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
by definition a cult. I mean,
And by practice,
it's kind of a culty.
a little culty.
Y'all do a dance and
It's
choreography.
smelling mad culty over there.
You learning quotes. Niggas learning Greek.
Niggas doing dances and rituals and shit. Wearing hoods.
The worst is when they come and they want you to play Wipe Me Down.
Oh, Wipe Me Down is their shit. That's when they get down on the floor and do their
Their shimmy.
Yeah, no. I'm good.
No thanks.
All that just to get spanked by a paddle. That's how I'm gonna get in. I don't know. There's something there, man.
Saying that is nuts.
There's a bunch of
doing
guys,
all that just to
there's
get
a bunch of
smacked
guys,
by my brother.
There's a bunch of guys
What?
in the fucking sorority robes.
These
waiting
niggas
to talk shit to you and spank you. That
These
sounds
niggas
like
heard
BDSM.
that. They heard that pitch and they were like, "Sign me up." What?
They can come. They can't get it past the border. I'll tell
What
you
are they
that
gonna
much.
do?
I know you Greek
Over
niggas don't
for-
believe in vaccines.
They're trying to control your
You
mind.
see what they did into what is it? Tulsa. You see what they did in Tulsa? This ain't the Tuskegee experiments. We will not be misled again, my
man.
brother.
A fan of Insecure.
Yes, sorry, not great news. Yes,
Love
fan
to
of
see it.
Insecure. Love to see it. Was it wrong that they did that? No, nah, I don't care. But they didn't pick an HBCU for their alumni. Stanford. I think for that same reason that what happened with the sorority stuff.
But here's my thing. Why Stanford? How come Stanford's fine with all these things? It's the same type of
I
branding.
think that they would have some sort of deal with when you do, especially with school stuff.
Like it's like a licensing thing. Like, sure, you can submit a thing and we can license it.
Stuff all the time, so I don't know how that works.
But the Greeks who are part of schools or technically should be considered.
They got
school-esque,
permits
I
for the
think.
school because they shot on school grounds.
They
right?
did?
On the campus, right? So it's interesting how you can have that permission, but think that you can't have the sorority permission.
You see my issue here.
Yeah, you think that that's all under one umbrella.
You see, this is what I'm not understanding.
I think that's why Issa was doubling down on Twitter. Like, she was basically like clowning people who are complaining.
Like,
about
this
it.
is
It was pretty
ridiculous.
Funny. Tiffany's man Derek,
Yes.
easily the worst actor on this show.
Oh my god.
Worst performance.
Oh yeah, poor guy.
He's
You know what? It's like
excruciating.
it's not even bad where you're like, oh, this is bad. You're bad. You're like, oh, what happened?
Yeah, no, it's like
Like,
it's
is
not
he okay?
It's not salvageable at all.
I feel bad for him. Like people are laughing at him. There's nobody in the editing bay like, oh, jeez, I have to cut this guy. Oh.
It's not, and it's.
Fuck.
I was like, at first, I'm like, is it the writing? And I watched the episode again. And I'm like, no, they gave him
No.
good stuff.
no,
They gave him good stuff.
he's getting good pitches. He just can't hit
He
it.
didn't put it off the backboard at all.
There's no effort. There was no effort on that one.
None. His pacing is weird, and I'm surprised they kept some.
He's
of
a
those
terrible.
cuts.
He's a terrible face actor. Like,
Man, he's
his
bad. He just looks
expressions-
up.
Oh,
He just looks
just
up.
lost. In it.
It's no, not nice at all. Not nice. Overall, first episode, I think I was pretty pleased with in terms of they left us with a nice cliffhanger.
Yep.
We're more than likely. Usually, whenever Lawrence comes at the end of an episode, it's a passing of the baton moment where they say, "Okay, now it's Lawrence's story."
Yep.
So I'm hoping that episode 2 will be Lawrence focused, talking about him and Conquistador and what they've done with their baby.
Conquistador.
If it's one baby, if it's two babies, did she had a baby already?
Oh, because we have not yet seen.
Because of what I wouldn't want them to do is the game Mel and Derwin moment where he's about to get married to Issa finally at the end of the season, and then Shorty goes into labor and he's got to leave her at the altar. Yo, they did Melanie so dirty in that show.
Oh,
Nigga
dirty.
cheated on her, drew Sedora. Then he freaking leaves her at the altar.
That poor fucking. Oh my god. What a show! What torture! I think how Insecure is going to land this season. It's going to be a lot of more relatable stuff. It's going to be like their greatest hits. They're going to kind of bring back some of the characters that we love, some of the storylines. But you also have this good storyline about Kelly as well that kind of ties everything together, gives it more substance. They're going to be great.
How do you want to see this ending?
I don't know. Again, I'm like 2 seasons. Like I'm starting this,
I can't
and
tell
I'm
what
only
the
on
end
season
goal
3.
is for this show. I don't know what the end goal is. Is it Issa finally just having confidence in herself and owning her journey and just going dolo?
It could just end. Like there could just be that. We're just like, and then like this is where we're leaving her.
Like
there may not be a conclusion.
We talked about it last week. Endings are the hardest things to pull off, and for a show of this magnitude, I think so many people are rooting for it that when it gets to last season times, especially when you announce beforehand
and it becomes a thing
that it's last season,
people are writing stuff about the story and
you gotta be so confident in
and
that
putting
ending.
a great thing to an end.
You gotta be so confident in that ending that there would be no cries for we need a movie. We need
Which
closure.
I don't think that's going to be off the table.
She said absolutely not. She said she'd never do a movie
When
for
they
this.
throw her,
She hates all the movies for TV shows that come out.
they're
The
going to
only
throw.
one she ever liked was
wait,
Sex and the City.
wait 5 years.
They're not going to give her enough money. I'm telling you.
Oh, my friend,
She's making so much money. It's
it
not going
is.
to matter.
It is HBO.
You hear how Jigga turned down two $1.5 million shows? At a certain point, you got so much money, them little shits, they don't mean nothing.
Yeah, well,
She's got a $300 million deal.
I'm not. None of this. Listen. What I'm saying is,
She's out of here.
never say never.
She's going to be a billionaire.
It doesn't have to be about her. Remember, there's all these other people in the show that it might be beneficial for them to move up. They haven't done a thing in a while, in let's say 10 years or 5 years.
They're not going to be able to dictate that.
What I'm saying is, Issa may do it out of the kindness of her heart.
Absolutely not. I'm going to tell you that right now. Go watch the Breakfast Club interview. You believe what I say.
I haven't seen it.
She just did one, I think it was last week, and you'll see why I say that.
Yeah, she was like, no, done,
And
finished.
they talk
And
about
she's adamant.
how hard is it for you to say no. She's like, I say no all the time.
Oh.
She loves saying no. That's like her thing.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I'm a firm believer that she does what she wants.
I find
on
this
her
just
time.
changes everything. I have better confidence in like what she's producing.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like, no, I really like this.
And she's
more passion
kind of
project driven.
she's kind of like childish in the sense of like I'm gonna do what I feel like doing.
Yeah, because they earn the credit way up early,
probably
so
gonna
they're
work.
like, I can kind of do my own thing. I can
probably
call my
gonna
own
work.
shot.
Radio, she got the label.
Yeah.
Got T Mara on the label, who is incredibly talented. I've seen her live performance. Crazy.
Tremendous,
Crazy talented. Girl had laryngitis, sang her ass off. I couldn't believe it. It was insane.
Laryngitis.
Yeah.
That's
it was
crazy.
wild. And she's got rap shit about to start. Well, they're still, I think they're still recording that. I'm not too sure if they've rapped yet. You got Black Lady Sketch Show, which is going to be in its third season. You have,
Oh my God,
obviously,
I'm so
she's still
excited for
doing
that.
movies. She's going to be Spider Girl, Spider Woman.
I did see that. I did see
she's
that.
gonna
Yeah.
be Spider
Yeah.
Woman in the new Miles Morales one. What else does she have going on? She just got married.
She's had a big couple of years.
Yeah,
Big 2 years.
Big 2 years. She's got that reality show, the black reality show, Single Life, I think it's called. Sweet Life. That's
Interesting. I dreamed this. So this is a thing. Is it going to be like Baldwin Hills?
It gives me Baldwin Hills vibes just off preview because it seems like affluent black.
Let me tell you what I have not
entrepreneurs
thought
and
about in 20
creatives.
years. Baldwin Hills.
Great show.
Great show.
RP my dog.
Very, very before its time.
Yeah, but I think that was a detriment. I don't think that helped.
I think they're
It
like
hurt
trying to
it
be
more
like
than it
real
helped.
world, and I'm like, nah, you guys are just
They were trying
wait
to be
a
like
little
the
bit.
Hills, actually. That was modeled after the Hills
Like
and
the
Laguna
Hills?
Beach. Yeah, they were trying to get like the dating drama and not focusing on like lifestyle. Where I think they should have focused it more like Bling Empire with the the Asian reality show.
Yeah.
It should have been more like that, like focus on family, on tradition, all that other stuff. Which, by the way, Bling Empire, really looking forward to that next season. I think they're wrapping.
Oh, yeah, I
shooting soon.
forgot about that.
Fuck, Sunset, that realtor.
The realtor drama.
Reality show?
Yeah.
Sunset Hill, is that what it's called?
Selling
Selling
Sunset.
Sunset.
That's what it is.
What's the main girl? Stephanie, Christina, who's the evil girl on there? The blonde one. Greatest villain. I'm gonna look her up right now. Greatest villain in reality TV history. Christine Quinn. She was in Playboy recently,
Really?
a couple months ago.
Really?
Yeah,
Christine.
she had a baby. It's gonna be very interesting to see what happens when that show comes back. She is the greatest villain. Have you ever seen the show? She is the greatest villain. I don't care. She just starts shit because she knows it's gonna be a thing. Like she's lit. I hate it. I love to hate her.
What show is this?
Selling Sunset.
There's villains on a realtor show?
Oh man, you have no idea.
That's why I had to ask it. I'm like, there's no way we're talking about the same show.
Go watch it. You have no idea.
Is it like because this one? Is it like Dance
You're gonna
Moms where
point
that
her out
lady's just
right
like,
away? Just when they introduce the cast and when they walk into the actual realtor office, you're gonna know exactly what
You're telling me
right away.
a reality show about realtors, like
It's great.
like Love It or Leave It,
So good,
also a classic. Love It or List It.
so good. It's so good.
The fact that they made like, how did they even get to this point?
Well, you know what?
How has society and
This is the
TV
thing.
gotten to the point?
This is the thing. You got hot girls selling even hotter homes. It's
Don't
hot
ever,
ones.
don't ever, don't
It's house ones.
don't ever.
Welcome to house ones. We've got hot girls and even hotter homes. I'm joined today
Thanks
by
for the
Gabe.
That's
So they show
No.
these amazing
hey, whoa!
houses
Scene
at the
a
same
circle,
time.
scene a circle, because that was very good, and
Thank
you
you.
should write that down.
House ones.
The house ones is hilarious.
Show us hotter homes.
No,
hot girls
hot
and even
girls
hotter
and even
homes.
hotter homes is ridiculous.
I'm gonna be flagged for misogyny in like 5 seconds.
No, but I feel like that's how that show is selling itself.
It is. It's literally how
It's the
selling
Bachelor in
itself. Well, I
Paradise
kind
of
like
homes.
the fact that two twin guys that look like evil. Dr. Evil
let's talk
geniuses.
about them guys.
Those guys basically are their pimps / managers.
What? That's what's on the show.
They're not their pimps, but like
They're the real estate
they're
market.
the managers, and all they do is hire incredibly hot women. I just like.
Have we
no
broke a
lawsuit there?
case? Have we broke a case wide open
this a
just now?
case?
Are we? Is this now a true
But this is the
crime
thing, when you watch the
podcast?
show, these guys are the greatest managers, the most understanding managers.
These are the pimpiest pimps. Like,
I'm
what-
lying. I'm lying.
What?
They're not great managers. They're really good.
How do you manage real estate agents?
Chriselle's with one of the guys.
There's dating drama on
Wow.
this show?
So they're called. Their last names. I
Yeah,
think
what
is,
kind of fucking show is this?
think
Where do they sell homes?
they sell homes, but there's
What-
a lot
when
more.
does this take
there's a lot
place?
more zhuzh.
HGTV was playing with this whole market.
Listen, there's a lot more zhuzh, a lot more razzle
So
dazzle.
HGTV was just putting random shit on there. Like,
Okay,
whatever
put it
people
this way.
watch, we'll make one show out of all of it.
It's Love Island mixed with selling homes. I don't know, something like that.
Bachelor in Paradise. Property
it's
in
great.
Paradise.
So Chriselle,
Write it.
Chriselle is the new girl in the first season that Christine tore apart. Okay,
Tore apart.
and now she's dating one of the Oppenheimers. Wow, Oppenheimer is the guys. Their last names.
I'm a little
That's the name of the
upset
real-
because I
real
don't
team.
know if he's being extra because it's good or he's being extra like, let's
First of all,
play
I'm
up a
in a
joke here.
relationship, so the
Oh,
show's
I
amazing.
forgot.
The show's amazing.
I forgot. On your limited slate, this is as good
on,
as it's gonna
come
get.
on.
No, my fault. My
My
fault.
bar.
My bad. I
My
understand.
bar. All right,
New context. So love it or list it. Tell me more.
but yeah, no, Selling Sunset's really good.
Selling Sunset.
Go check it out, man.
I'm not that desperate yet.
Yeah, you
but
are.
No, sir,
Yeah,
I'm
you are.
not.
I'm telling you, it's good. You'll enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, I'll finally.
That's
erase
like me
you.
trying to sell Law and Order organized crime to you. Like
No,
it's,
I can do that.
it's really ridiculous, but it's really fucking good.
See? So let's do it.
All right, I'll
You
watch.
watch that. I'll watch Law and Order.
Organized crime. It's so ridiculous. It's so bad.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, I'll watch the Selling Sunset.
Deal. Insecure. First episode.
Good. Watchable.
8 out of 10.
I'd say so. I would agree with that.
8 out of 10.
I would agree with that. So you haven't watched Succession. You're not caught up because that's
Not
what
caught up.
That's
not
what I
caught
watched.
up. Yeah, no.
And Curb. Haven't watched the Curb. The Curb episode was very funny.
I have not watched the Curb.
It was very funny.
I still have to catch up. To Curb.
JB Smoove, big fan of that guy, and he has
I've
just
heard his stand-up
he has
is
just
incredible.
painted his head. There is no hair on his head. He's got the Beijing.
No. Is it very obvious?
And it's so funny. I think they're playing it up on the character.
Okay, it's one of
I
those.
think it's like context because if you would know the character like Leon, you're like that nigga's definitely
well,
Beijing
that
in
too,
his
and the
forehead.
fact that JB's always just been bald regardless.
All like Super Bowl.
His whole life.
It's so funny.
I heard his stand-up is really good.
it's all stream of consciousness, eh?
Comedians
doesn't
say
write.
They really love his stand-up.
He's a very funny guy. He's a great guest host, like not host, guest on a late night show. He's like I'm a big fan of JB Smoove. He talks like he's just made everything up.
He seems
on the
like the
spot.
funnier version of Tracy Morgan. Like same voice.
He's
a little bit more pleasant.
He's the Luigi to Tracy Morgan's Mario.
Oh, that movie
He's
would
a little
be
more slender.
That movie would need subtitles. Them niggas get into an argument. It sound like you underwater. Let me tell you something.
It was me. It was me. Bruce Lee. Evil Knievel. Evil Knievel. Ballpark Franks.
Need Tracy Morgan in a mob movie.
Tracy, hold on. I'm going to really go on a line with you here. Jon Stewart has a TV show
Which
that he's
people
come
hate.
back. It's not very good, but like the content is good. Like it's interesting.
I heard
like
the
a
white version of Charlemagne's show.
No, it's the white version of Hassan Minaj's show.
Have you seen Charlemagne's show?
I refuse. I refuse.
Why?
I refuse. I can't. I have enough of Charlemagne. Enough of him. Leonard. Sorry, pal. I'm done. Leonard. I'm done.
Leonard.
I'm
I just
done.
hear Monique.
Monique
say every
Leonard.
time. Listen, Leonard.
Monique was on one,
Yo,
man.
black
God
women
bless
can
her.
shame you by
She's
saying
my-
your name.
Saying your name
Black
correctly.
women must be protected.
That's even the worst part. It's not like she's mispronounced something. That's just the nigga's name.
Black women must
Leonard.
be protected.
God bless her. What a woman.
Oh my goodness. Anyways,
Jon Stewart has a show. It's fine. But at this last
the Jon
episode,
Stewart fan over here.
1 hour. Wrap it up. Tracy Morgan was on an episode where they're depicting a bunch of billionaires trying to go to space, and Tracy Morgan it looked like he slimmed down and sounded much funnier in the one little skit
You're not
that he
gonna
was in.
convince me, brother. I know you've been trying.
The last OG is still not good, but
You're not
I
gonna
can hope.
convince me, brother. I'm so sorry, man. It's just not gonna happen. It's not in the cards for me.
Not eating the ball pull for it.
Not in the glizzies for me, brother.
But I love JB Smoove, and Curb has been really good. You should watch the last episode, the first episode of the last season.
All right. Before we get out of here, Buzz Lightyear looks absolutely amazing.
It looks really glitzy. Is this like the next glitzy? Like it looks too clean.
That looks like Soul. Same lighting.
Yeah.
Same lighting. Very realistic.
Well, Pixar figured out what the Disney drop
Headlight.
a big movie inspired show. They did it all the Disney Plus, all the Marvel episodes are from Disney and Pixar. Pixar's doing their catalog.
I think Buzz Lightyear had his own animated cartoon though with a storyline.
They did, yeah. Back in the 90s, they did. Yeah,
So they're probably
yeah.
gonna focus it loosely off that.
Or there's established like storylines and content that they can kind of pull off.
It looks like it's gonna be good, man. Just off visuals alone, like I like when, like I could watch Pixar just for it being visually appealing to me.
They're always on the cutting edge, right? Like they invented most of the technology that people kind of like build cartoons off of now.
They have fucking go in Photoshop. They have their own file extension.
Yeah, because they're like, we've built.
We got
this.
our own thing. It's incredible.
We started at the same time.
I've been hearing very great things about Dune.
So I saw Dune.
Don't tell me a thing. I'm gonna watch it this week.
I saw Dune.
It's good.
It's.
I heard Zendaya's in it.
Do you want me to like
shorter than?
Do you want me
Brown
to?
and
Do you want me to
Stomp the
paint
Yard?
your perspective on it, like
No.
whether you're gonna like it or not like it?
no,
All right,
no.
just
Don't give me anything.
Hey,
Don't give me anything.
Watch it. You know what you should do? You know what you should do? Hey,
Watch
Dune.
Dune. That's our episode title for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Marlon,
I am Gabe.
and that was a concession stand.
Peace.